Welcome, this is Shakti Carola Nevran, your online astrologer, and I'm doing a forecast for you with the upcoming new moon, which is in Scorpio. So I am what they call an evolutionary astrologer. So that means that I hold a special perspective in looking at a birth chart or looking at the current events in symbolized by the planets in the heavens. So in the evolutionary perspective, we look at everything in the heavens symbolized by the planets as being possible to express in what we call the low-end side or the high-end side of possibilities. So this is where our choice is available to us, but it depends on our state of consciousness. So key is your understanding of self, and your potentials and how you can bring that into manifestation. So these forecasts I'm giving you about the new moon, the full moon, the weekly forecast, the daily forecast, they're all designed with my intention in mind that I want to empower you to ultimately really thrive in life. I want to empower you to make better choices and to do that from that enhanced, more conscious perspective. So when we do birth chart readings, we look at the chart from the karmic perspective. So here we assume that we are all eternal souls coming in again and again with the intention to grow and rise in consciousness. So when we look at a birth chart, we can see pretty specifically what is the direction the soul wants to take, what's the spiritual destiny, what is it all about in this lifetime, and what areas need healing. And these are usually the themes we're carrying over from past lives. So it's just a very helpful, down-to-earth, concrete, practical way to help you in your life to navigate and to make the most high-end choices available to you. So, having said all that, I am not a fortune teller. So I'm not somebody who says, ooh, woo, woo, this is going to happen in the future, because the future is not set in stone. But in my perspective, the future is kind of there potentially. And then it's up to you how it will manifest, more low-end or more high-end. So if the future would be set in stone, there would be no true evolution, there would be no growth, no integration, no getting smarter, more intelligent, more resourceful. So for me it just makes more sense, and I personally actually do remember quite some past lives. So for me it's not just a belief system, but it has some reality to it. Anyway, today we're going to look at the new moon in Scorpio, which is happening on the 30th. And it's happening at 7 degrees in Scorpio. Mercury is part of the Sun-Moon conjunction, which we call the new moon. It's 2 degrees away, also still in Scorpio. And it's all happening at 10:38 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So whenever you have any planets in Scorpio or in Taurus, this new moon really has an extra impact for you. So we will discuss today Scorpio and what it means for you and how you can navigate, and I will have practical suggestions for you how to do that. I also want you to be able to have your birth chart. You can go to my website, mauiastrologyreading.com, and sign up for your newsletter, and then it's going to walk you through a system where you put in your birth information, and then you get your zodiac, your printout of how your chart looks, and your love stone report, which is suggested gemstones to help you with matters of the heart. It's based on your Venus position in your chart. So if you go there and sign up for your newsletter, you will get your free chart, and I can keep you in the loop for upcoming forecasts. So whatever I do in my forecast, it is kind of a general theme and subject which is important for all of us and impactful for all of us to some extent. But then it always depends how it relates back to your birth chart. That's why I want you to have your birth chart. So then you can relate those general themes and subjects I'm discussing back to your own chart. So I want to show you how that looks like with an example. So let me shift this. Okay, so this is a birth chart, and inside are the planets where they were in the moment of your birth. Outside are the planets where they are today. And then you can see the lines connecting the outer planets with the inner planets. And this is kind of how the outer planets actually flow and make that contact with our inner planets. And that is ultimately how you read and do the interpretation for what's going on in your life, which gods and goddesses are coming to your door. And of course, I don't believe that the gods are sitting on us and doing something to us, but it's a powerful image to hold that those planets symbolizing certain universal forces, creative forces of the universe, in transits and forecasts, we imagine them as gods and goddesses coming knocking at your door, symbolizing those forces coming and wanting to be integrated. So it's always a good thing if somebody, whoever it is, knocks at your door, to start a conversation, to invite that person or that god in and find out what they want, and then you have that famous choice. So the sun is in Scorpio and is actualized by the moon in Scorpio as well, and Mercury in Scorpio. So we have a big emphasis on the general theme of transformation and growth and integrating deep inner former unconscious dimensions of our personality. So if you have been following me, you have heard me talking about the wave in the ocean, symbolizing the individual soul. So the top of the wave is what we identified with normally. So this is our sense of self, our ego. And according to Carl Jung, that is 5 to 10% of our consciousness, which isn't all too much. So most of the wave is unconscious, 90 to 95%. So then the whole wave is coming out of the ocean, and the ocean is what Carl Jung called the collective unconsciousness. I call it the divine, all that is, ultimate consciousness, a morphogenetic field. So whenever we have strong Pluto actualizations, which we do, we have a Pluto-Mars going on, which started around the full moon, which started this heightened awareness of transformation and things we need to integrate. So whenever Scorpio is in the picture, there is something down in the belly of the wave, or even deeper, we need to connect with and integrate and make friends with. So that is really what is in the forefront in the whole months. With all these actualizations, we have a Pluto-Mars conjunction, we had the full moon starting in a square to that, opposed by Uranus. So there is a lot of volatile energy going on right now, and we need to find our personal place with that. So that's why I started out to say that if you have any planets in Scorpio, this new moon will be especially strong. And the new moon, by definition, is the start of one journey of awareness, of consciousness. And the new moon, if we look at evolution as a spiral, the new moon is one step up into the higher level of the spiral. So in Scorpio, Scorpio is the second water sign ruled by Pluto. It's all about transformation. It's all about bringing down the line from the top of the wave to deepen our consciousness, to deepen what we call our self, and widen our perspective, and include that what we could call shadow material. So Carl Jung talked about the belly of the wave as holding all our childhood memories, our instincts, our desires. This is what often drives us unconsciously. So whenever we have a Scorpio or Pluto activation, it's an invitation to become more conscious what really drives us. So I see somebody's there. Say hello to me. So anyway, this is a big invitation to really become conscious about what drives us. And because Pluto is known as a god of the underworld, the hell realms, this is usually not a process we like to do voluntarily. So Pluto is the one god we cannot deny. If Pluto knocks at your door and you don't open the door, he will keep knocking till the house falls down. So you better invite this god of the underworld in and start the conversation, which is always very helpful. So also Scorpio is the second sign of the seventh sign, Libra, where it's all about relationship and commitment and bonded connections. So Scorpio is the sign where we take that really deep. It's really about that ability to bond and be deeply committed and be deeply naked and honest with somebody. So of course this always starts with our own self, how connected and honest we can be with ourselves first, how self-conscious we can be, and then we can go out and share from that perspective with somebody else. So you might know, if you have been following me for a while, that I'm also an expert with gemstones. So besides the discussion of how to navigate certain energies, I will always give you kind of a gemstone which is kind of symbolizing that energy flow. Excuse me. So Scorpio is about integrating those unconscious layers. So a gemstone who would help us to do that and stabilize us in that process would be either the Herkimer diamond, which I have been talking about a lot because it's a double terminated crystal which has a plus and a minus. So it's a wonderful stone for overall balance. It is the strongest when we wear it over the heart, so it connects the three upper chakras to the three lower chakras. So, but then there is a fire opal. Have been discussion, especially around the Pluto-Mars conjunction. So fire opal is a beautiful gemstone. Let's see if I can show it to you. They come either in this orange or in the dark red, and it has these deep colors inside there. So this is a gemstone which helps to transform certain blockages and energy leakages we have. So it's all about keeping the life force going in a good way. And I do believe we all have challenges around how we run our life force and doing that in a good way. So the fire opal can help to open up those blockages around the chakras and get that energy going and flowing in an expressive way. So also I like personally to wear pearls. So pearls are moon. So of course it relates nicely to the new moon in Scorpio. So pearls are created when a scent corn or an irritant is making its way into an oyster shell. And then through the irritation, the pearl grows that healing substance around that substance around that kernel in the middle, and at the end we have a beautiful, shiny, often round or free-flowing form. So it's very shiny, it's very beautiful, which is a good metaphor for if we go through these very deep times of transformation, that something beautiful can come out of that. Some kind of shiny pearl is at the end of the journey. The metaphysical qualities of pearls are they kind of balance our emotional body, and they connect us to what's unconscious. So even if the opals and the Herkimer diamond are more transformational stones, so in that perspective they relate back to the new moon in Scorpio, but the pearls are just good to wear and have in your energy whenever you really want to feel nurtured and hold and relaxed and balanced. So this is a good way to work with this new moon. So action steps with Scorpio is always to allow those deeper dimensions of reality to show up. So it's a good time around the new moon to meditate, to invite those insights and that wisdom, and to connect with your guidance, with your angels. And when you want to do that, when you pray, when you ask for help, you want to do it out loud, because they don't listen to our thousands of very similar thoughts going through our mind all day long. So if you want to connect with your higher guidance, or your guides or angels, you want to express that loudly. You want to ask for help. And it's quite a journey when you start doing that kind of connecting. And you can look at it, you connect to deeper layers of your own wave, of your own unconsciousness, or you connect with the ocean consciousness, the morphogenetic field, and all the treasures laying in there. So meditation, journaling, everything what helps you to open up to those deeper dimensions of reality. So well, I think that's it in a nutshell. So if you have any questions and you watch this video later, make sure you leave me your comments. I will get back to you, even if it's after the live part of this segment. So I would always love to hear what your sun sign and ascendant is, if you know it, and how then you can relate the material back to what you feel is happening for you with it. So I'm looking forward to hear from you. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and thumbs up my videos there. The liking and the comments are really helpful for me, so I know there's somebody out there and I'm not just talking into the empty space here. So yeah, I hope you're gonna have a good, deep connection to your own inner self, and as a result are able to thrive even more in your life. So aloha, as we say here on Maui. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, let me know. Connect with me through mauiastrologyreading.com, or if you want to learn yourself about evolutionary astrology, you might be interested in my Master Astrology Academy, where I actually teach you about astrology. So you can just Google Master Astrology Academy, or I'm going to put the link down there for you. So check it out if you want to have those tools at your own fingertips. And make sure you join me for the weekly forecast and overview, which I do Saturday here on the same page, Saturday at noon. So it's a good thing to know those general celestial forces and how they play out up front, so you can adjust accordingly. Okay, so I hope I see you on Saturday. Leave me a comment, and aloha.